You know what's actually so pathetic about all these people that believe in the Artemis mission, the moon landing, all these stupid space trips? It's that they intentionally put different flaws in all of these videos for people with eyes to see, and so that we point it out and make videos about it. And they allow this to happen because they're doing it on purpose. Because they know that half the people are going to believe what they're seeing, but then the other half of people are going to know that it's clearly fake. They know that we're just going to argue about it and fight amongst each other. But it's pathetic because people believe what they're seeing even though they're intentionally making it look fake. There's literally a clip where the bag is phasing right through the dude's ear. There's the clip of the red dot on the bag that vanishes. There's the clip of where you can see the words on the little stupid ball stuffed animal thing that's floating around. They did a literal ad for Nutella. There's the two different pictures of the Earth that they took with 12 hours in between each shot. And somehow the pictures are almost identical with the continents and cloud coverage in the same spots. And there's 100 other different glitches and weird things happening. Dude, it looks so fake. The worst part is not only do these people believe everything that they're told and everything that they see on their screen, but they're defending it with their life. There's so many reasons why they would lie to us and why they're deliberately making it look fake, but it's pretty much just being used as a division tool. I don't know, just the fact that they are intentionally making it look fake, but there's people out here defending the authenticity of it is just crazy. You understand that if like it is real, we're not going to be able to find this many mistakes every single time they show us something.
You're getting trolled and you don't even know it. There's so many people that aren't even conspiracy theorists that are waking up because they know this is all fake. Instead of actually showing us good footage of like the Earth rotating or just the entire Earth, they show us all these Nintendo 64 graphics. They're all fake. Look at this garbage. Expert warns Artemis 2 crew not to fart or they could be in serious danger. They're literally trolling you guys, and you guys believe it. We're talking about like, oh, we're having shrimp cocktail. We have problems with the toilet. Nobody cares about any of this stuff. Hence why all these people are waking up. They're trolling you, bro. Artemis 2 crew farts are a problem for the spacecraft. Are you joking?
I can't believe NASA is actually doing this. This is Artemis 2 coming back to Earth. And this is what NASA is showing us. They're showing us a bunch of people in an office, right? This is mission control. And first of all, the lighting is horrible here. And this is what we're getting. We're getting a CGI visualization of the re-entry, right? This is it right here, CGI. We're not getting any live footage. This is CGI. And this is the funny part right here. Look, they added stars. I have not seen one single star in this entire mission to the moon. They tell you, oh, well, you can't see the stars because of the sun. And yet right here, these people, they added stars to this visualization of the re-entry of Artemis 2. I'm telling you, these people are out of their minds. They need to try harder. They need to fire the entire staff and record label and crew. They need to do a better job.
So they can show us the inside of the capsule for 10 days straight, except for when they're returning to Earth. Free falling at about 25,000 miles an hour, by the way. They don't ever show the inside of the ship on any of the return journeys for any mission. That's because whatever they show us wouldn't look believable. And they're free falling at that speed for several minutes before reaching the water. But you realize at 25,000 miles an hour, you could travel from Massachusetts to California in about 6 minutes. And they were nothing even close to 3,000 miles away when they started filming them free falling. So no, could travel from the east coast of the US to China in 17 minutes at that speed. You think your body could handle that type of speed? Where's the steam coming off the ship when they hit the water? Why would there be no steam at all when they're traveling 10 times faster than a bullet? Why would this rubber not start melting immediately? And there's guys that just go up and start touching it like it wouldn't be one of the hottest things in the world.
We also talked about this being like riding a fireball.
You're just gonna go up and touch this 5-10 minutes later after it lands? Why are these videos so bad always? Like the worst quality ever. Well, it's just a low quality video. That doesn't mean it's fake. Your brain is low quality.
SR-71 Blackbird, America's old super spy plane, is still the world's fastest jet. Blackbird once set the record for flying from New York to London in 1 hour and 54 minutes.
You don't find it a little bit odd how the one person that tried to circumnavigate the globe north to south never returned? Amelia Earhart, she was supposed to go over Antarctica and then come right back to where she started. She just vanished off of the face of the Earth. It's pretty weird, isn't it? Well, that's because no one can actually circumnavigate the globe north to south, because we don't live on a globe. So north is actually the center of our realm, which is the source of the magnetic field, and south is actually leaving the magnetic field. So if you try to dead reckon east or west, you actually end up going south. The only way to actually circumnavigate east to west is to constantly adjust north, because north is the center. So navigating the oceans actually proves that we live on a flat plane and not on a globe. Because why would you have to keep adjusting north if you're heading east or west on a globe? That doesn't make any sense. And if you think about how a compass works, all compasses on Earth point north. Okay? South is the ice wall. It is the container for all of our waters. That's why it has an elevation of over 8,000 feet above sea level. So it's not Antarctica, it is the Arctic Circle, which encapsulates all of the waters that we sail through when we navigate. So how is it that the Earth is a globe and the compass is pointing north, but the molten inner core, molten and solid inner core, is the source of the magnetic field in the center of the Earth? Well, the compass would be spinning and going haywire constantly, 24/7. It would not work because north would be under you at all times. So you would never actually be able to navigate if we lived on a globe. But of course, guys, I made this video for entertainment purposes only. Of course, we know what the inside of the Earth looks like, even though we never went there. Pay attention to this supersonic sled traveling at 6,600 miles per hour. Pretty difficult to see, right? Let's slow it down to half the speed and see how well we can see it. Alright, now let's slow it down to 1/4 of the speed. Still almost impossible to see. So with this being said, do you really think that the ISS is orbiting the Earth at 17,000 miles per hour? While they're just dilly-dallying around and banging hammers on the side of it and pretending to do work. And did you know that if something is orbiting something, it's actually in a constant state of acceleration? So if you get in a fighter jet that has the ability to break the sound barrier and you accelerate really quickly, either you speed up really fast or you change directions really fast, well, you can pass out. You could literally pass out in the jet. So with this being said, how are we not perceiving the Earth spinning at 1,000 miles per hour and then orbiting the sun at 66,000 miles per hour? If you put water in a container and spin it, the centrifugal force pushes everything outward, but that's actually just a fictitious force. So acceleration is changing speed or direction. If you are turning something, if you are orbiting something constantly, you are constantly changing direction, constantly accelerating, and you will always feel acceleration. Just go in a car at 100 miles per hour and then start turning it around a roundabout at 100 miles per hour and tell me what you feel. So how is it that we can't feel us constantly accelerating around the sun at 66,000 miles per hour? That makes literally no sense at all, and I'm using real science to prove this. I made this video for entertainment purposes only. Can someone please tell me why all of the images of the moon from the Artemis 2 mission show a giant, dusty, gray, and dull rock? But then when we look up at the sky, we see a bright, luminescent body. Like, it literally is its own light. And this is how I know this. Have you noticed how the moon only lights up the clouds local to it? It's not like sunlight is traveling through space and then hitting the moon and then bouncing off of the moon. A negative filter proves that. Right here, the source of the light is black, and it's only lighting up the clouds local to it. And another thing, did you know that if you step in the moon's light, you can actually feel that it is roughly 3 to 4 degrees colder on average than the shade? So that means that the moon is giving off a cold light, which is completely different from the kind of light that the sun is projecting. I've been telling you guys since day one that the moon is its own body of light. And what's really weird is all of the pictures of the Earth from the moon, the Earth is always changing sizes. Year by year, picture by picture even. It's absolutely absurd that anyone even believes this. This is spell casting. They are rubbing it in our faces that they control the sheeple. Look at me, I'm in space. I made this video for entertainment purposes only.
Good afternoon, aloha from Florida. So I just had a short conversation with a globe zealot, somebody who really believes that the Earth is a spinning wet rock in outer space. But this time he was talking about carbon dating. And I interrupted him and I said, bro, we really don't need to hear your opinion. We know what you're going to say. We've heard it before, which is always funny. These globe zealots want to explain things to us as if we don't already know, as if we didn't get indoctrinated with the same stuff that they did all through the government indoctrination camps. I said, no, we got your opinion. We've heard it. We know. But let me ask you a question. Were giants real? No, that's just crazy. Giants were... Okay, so these huge, impossible structures that are literally everywhere across the surface of our flat and stationary Earth, those were built by little humans like you and me. Doors that weigh thousands of pounds were hung and balanced perfectly by humans that are 5 or 6 foot tall. Okay, and these some of these buildings go 2, 3, 4, 5 levels into the cold, hard Earth with no land moving equipment, just picks and axes and shovels digging down that far. The stones at Baalbek, oh my. Yeah, humans, our size, built that stuff? No. I think there's plenty enough of reason, logic, and common sense to say, yeah, giants were absolutely real. And many of the bones, the large bones that have been found, were either from giants or from large creatures, but not dinosaurs. And that was the next question. I said, are dragons real? No, that's just crazy. But dinosaurs are real, but dragons aren't. So all of the animals on the Chinese zodiac are real animals except the dragon, right? Much of the ancient world and the ancient artwork and even sculptures show dragons. So yeah, giants were real, dragons were real. Evolution and dinosaurs, that's just part of the delusional Big Bang belief system. Again, the Big Bang gives birth to the globe. The globe gives birth to evolution. Evolution gives birth to dinosaurs. And all of that gives birth to the deep, dark, delusional pit known as atheism. The Earth is an intelligently designed, enclosed, electromagnetic, thermodynamic system that is commonly called flat Earth. It is more accurately called geocentric cosmology, but I like to call it the truth of creation. Almost everything that is taught or even preached as the gospel truth in the government indoctrination camps is false. And it doesn't matter how well someone has memorized the government scriptures. It doesn't matter how good they are at regurgitating their blue ball religion. It's still false. And anyone with intellectual honesty, if you will question what you were taught by the controllers of this realm, that's every country, not just here in America, question what they said and compare it with what we actually see in the real world and see if you can seek and find the truth for for yourself. The Earth is flat and stationary. Check out flatearthdave.com. Check out Vika Drazev, his documentaries. Check out Sean Hibbler. I don't mention him much, but Hibbler Productions and the Level documentaries, 3 of them, and 2 of my favorites are the short and sweet ones called Truth Does Not Fear Investigation Part 1 and Part 2. Also Eric Dubé on YouTube and Eddie Alencar on YouTube and his channel Flat Earth Banjo. We have a literal mountain of evidence for a geocentric, flat and stationary Earth. The globe has a mountain of bullshit. It's lie upon lie upon lie. And in the real world, in our flat Earth reality, we have truth upon truth upon truth. Have a great day. God bless.